Hey, we're here at the Hyatt in Titusville, Florida. This is the Port Canaveral version of the Hyatt's hotel. And I'm going to show you a room tour now, and I'll show a little bit around the hotel later. And we're getting ready to go on the Utopia Royal Caribbean ship. So we wanted to get a room that fit us all comfortably while we were staying here for 2 nights. So without further ado, I'll give a look around now. So if you're familiar with my vlogs at all, you know that an accessible room, this is an accessible room, is not going to get a perfect score without an automatic door opener. So here is, but this does have the hearing impaired options in the room and outside of the room. So it's a very big room, as you can see, 2 queen beds and a pull-out sofa with a queen. And as you can see, I'm filming this on the last day, so it's a little messy, but look how big this room is. Like, if you have a lot of medical equipment or you're bringing like a baby's pack and play, it's a really good option because it's so big in here. So this is the room with the sofa, pull-out sofa. So as you can see, it has a separator over there, so it's got some storage. Here is the light switches and thermostats at a good level. All the heights are at a good level for the beds, in my opinion. I forgot to bring my tape measure, but so there is a desk here. Here's the phone. Got some different buttons for the blinds. Just a view of the parking lot. So you got a light here. Here's some of my bags. Here are some of the options for the coffee, which I know nothing about. So got a nice big TV here, and then got some more lights over here. This is the fridge in here, and here is some storage. And then I will open this up to show the safe, some more closet space in here. So yeah, really big. There's literally so many spots I could put my scooter. So again, just a view of a parking lot. This is my bed, as you can see, the neatest leaving. They were pretty comfortable, not like extremely comfortable, I'll say. When I'm kicking under, it's not like super high. There's only like a couple inches at the bottom. So I don't know if that would work for a Hoyer lift, honestly, because there's only a couple inches. So I guess it would just depend how much you need. Let me just check over here. Yeah, same thing. There's only like a couple inches on the bottom. So here are some plugs. There's plenty of plugs here, which is good. Easy to use. Light switches, and here's the clock, which also has 2 more plugs and 2 USBs. Got a QR code for the guide. So that's the room. Pretty simple, like a pretty standard, you know, not luxury, kind of more business-like room. So you will see me, my hair is a little bit big with the humidity. So had some towels underneath. Those are kind of hard to reach, so I never reached them. We did have a hair dryer. That is a decent roll under sink. And there is lights on these sides. But that's a big con that we had. This is the only mirror. Look how much wall space there is for other mirrors. So if you're having like prima donnas stay with you, or anyone that just wants to look their best, like, or even like anywhere, there could have been other mirrors. That's the only mirror. So
here are the light switches and plugs next to the mirror and the bathroom sink.
And here's the bathroom, accessible bathroom. This door does have the good handle that can be opened with a fist, but especially after a shower, and even not, this door can be hard to open. So it just doesn't pop open when you put it down. It can be kind of hard. So this is the toilet, just one grab bar. And there is trash on the other side. Well, another grab bar in the back, but Pam noticed that this was crooked, this towel rack. We didn't know, no one else noticed it, but I'm looking at it now and I guess it does look crooked. So it has the fire alarm there. No emergency pull strings, so that also is something that I prefer for an accessible room, like if I were to be traveling alone. So it's a nice roll-in shower, but the floor does get pretty wet.
They do have alarms in place for people who are deaf and hard of hearing, but I don't believe they were active, so that's something you would want to ask about ahead of time on how to get that set up.
So that is our room 128 on the first floor, the bottom floor of the Hyatt, and I'll show around a bit more and then I'll give my final review.
Okay. Yeah. At least that's safe travel.
So the pool is outside, and it's good they do have a lift, but no automatic door to get outside to the pool. And now I'll give a quick preview of the breakfast options. People were clearly hungry because I'm looking at a lot of empty dishes, but I'll explain in a bit.
Hey, so I'm on the Utopia right now, but I figured it would be a good time to give my review of the Hyatt in Titusville before I forget. But if you do want to check out my adventures on the Utopia, and we also went to the Kennedy Space Center, make sure to subscribe. So my final thoughts on the Hyatt were the staff were great. They were super helpful. Like even some of their policies were kind of like towels and trash you had to recommend. You had to request, which seems a little funny. But when you did, they were like super helpful about it. Like one time I forgot to request them when we were leaving for the day, and then we were on the way back with like 20 minutes and it was already done, and the towels were there when we got back. And you can go to the front desk and ask them. So they were super helpful. So yeah, the staff were the highlight. I would say some cons are
the website lists that there's like hot food available, and some even 24 hours they advertise, but that's not the case at the moment. They don't have any hot chefs, hot food chefs other than breakfast. So they do have the bar, they do have the marketplace, so there are food options, but not hot unless it's breakfast. Today, they did have waffles, I believe, because yesterday's breakfast, which I showed, they did not. So it just depends on the day what kind of breakfast you'll get. And they just said, I always sleep in instead of going for breakfast because I'm not a breakfast food person. They said it was okay, not great. And then one thing I think they should have is like shuttles. I know that's an added expense for the hotel, so they're probably just like, just stay here if you want, if you're renting a car. But it would have been nice if there was a shuttle to the Kennedy Space Center, because they advertise themselves as the hotel for the Kennedy Space Center. There's even astronaut decorations in the lobby, but there's no shuttle there. There's no shuttle anywhere. So we had to take the rent-a-car. So we got a rent-a-car, and we dropped it off by the cruise port. It was about 5 minutes away, and they gave us a shuttle back to the cruise. So the pool is also outdoors, so it's open dawn till dusk. So if you want like an indoor pool with kids, that option isn't there. So I think this is like a good hotel to stay in if you're, just there for sleeping and that's it, and you don't mind renting a car. Otherwise, it's kind of just like a business place. There's nothing to do at the hotel. So that is something that I would say. Also, the toilet paper, nothing to write home about. I'll just say that. So I'm trying to think. Accessibility could have been a little better. There wasn't any like emergency pull buttons or anything like that. But otherwise, I guess you can just assess what price you're willing to pay, look at the options, and then hopefully this video helped you decide whether that's the place that you'd want to stay based on the location. If you want to watch what's going on in the Utopia, feel free to subscribe. I may have posted that video already. So check out more of my channel, and I post accessibility reviews of places that I go and long form content, and then I also post short form content all about elevating ideas about disability and chronic illness. So thanks for watching.